the Pac-Man game in my games room here, next to my virtual pinball game from the same guys at Arcade 1-Up, and that's Marvel Avengers. But this one, as you can see, it's a nice looking setup, nice looking game, and this is the 4-foot version. I got it at a really good rate off of, I think I got this from Walmart for a really good price. I just have it on this, show in a second, as like a IKEA table. But you can actually get a 1-foot riser for this from the same 1-Up Arcade guys, and it's like $100 or so. What I plan to do is actually build my own riser, but for now I just have it on this table. Now this cab does come with some hardware where you can actually attach it to the back of the wall. That way there's no risk of it falling down if kids try to climb up on it, right? But for this I decided not to put that on because I'm doing a video review, right? And I want to show you the back of the cab as well. So as you can see, it's a really nice looking game, you know, and what I love about these arcade games is when you're not using them, you have this really good demo going on, right? So you don't get screen burn-in, and it really brings out the games room when you have this, right? Because you have that true arcade experience. Anyway guys, let's take a closer look at this cab. So here we have the left side of the cabinet. As you can see, you know, the graphics, the color scheme, everything is identical to the original cab. So this is a really nice looking setup here. Now here's the marquee. One small detail I had an issue with is that it's not backlit. But you know what? The games room that I'm in anyway is pretty well lit, so not a big deal. So this particular version of this cab at the front has the names in the original fonts and colors of the 14 games that are pre-installed on this thing. Well, that come installed on it, all licensed of course. Now there is another version of this where it is actually just yellow with fake coin inserts for, you know, the traditional coin operated machine. So that's another version as well, but I like this one instead. And here's the right side of the cab, pretty much just a mirror image of the left side, and the yellow really brings out this games room that I have built here. It looks really nice. And that's the top, right? Nice clean black finish, simple. And then here we have the back with the you know, composite board. You have some information about safe usage of the device, of this cab, different languages, all that kind of stuff. And at the bottom here we have the power supply entry point, and we have some grills here. I guess that's there to let the heat out from the electronics. And I have the power supply just plugged in there into a surge strip. Now this is normally against the wall, and they did also, by the way, I didn't install them yet, they did provide these hooks that go in here and here, and then they gave me this wire tie. So what you could normally do is you would actually have this against the wall, and then they give us some screws as well, wall inserts, so you can drill them into the wall and then connect the back of this to the wall so that it doesn't tilt over or anything like that, right? Because you don't want kids climbing up on this thing and it falls down, and you know, so you don't have any of that issue. But for the purpose of this room and for this video, I just didn't put those in as yet. But yeah, this is a really nice looking cab. So here's the button layout. So we have 1-player mode, 2-player mode, and then we have other buttons depending on the other games, because some of the games are like shooters and stuff like that. So these are the other function keys. Of course, now this is the live button. This does come with built-in Wi-Fi, so you can connect to the internet, connect to the network, and I will show you in another video how you set that up. But you can of course connect to leaderboards and have really cool interactive play. Here's our of course joystick with the custom red knob, the lollipop red knob for you know, always known for Pac-Man joysticks. And we have an on-off switch here, and our rocker key for volume control. Right, now the on-off switch as well as a rocker. It doesn't stay in place, and I'm going to turn it on in a second. And I think I just turned it on, but I will turn it on again so you can see the experience on the screen itself. I'll let it load up, and we will do that in a second. One other thing I want to note as well, these are really, they do simulate, and if anybody's familiar with the original arcade experience and the arcade buttons, these come very close to the real thing. They have that right nice spongy feel to them, and they're designed for lots of heavy button mashing, for lots of hours of gameplay. These are the real deal. And the joystick, if I shut up for a second. Alright, so this is 4-way. Yeah, I think this is a 4-way joystick. Alright, and that's perfect for all these games because if I'm correct, I think all of these games are just, 4-way only. There's no diagonal movement. I could be wrong, but anyway, it is a fully functioning joystick, as you can hear. And that clicking sound kind of feels nice, sounds nice. And here's the side of the screen, the right side, so you can see the points and the different fruits and the points that you get. And when you go up here, you can just see the nice design of the Pac-Man and the monster. Of course, that's the marquee I was telling you about earlier. And on the left side here, more monsters and Pac-Man, and then instructions on gameplay. So one of the things I wanted to mention as well, I got this on a really good deal because this is the 4-foot cabinet. So what you can do, you can also get, there is a 1-foot riser, 1-Up branded riser you can get online. I think it's about $100 or so, and it gives you that additional height, so you get the 5-foot full adult sized height. Now, mind you, point to note, the dimensions of this are exactly the same as the 5-foot one in terms of width and depth and size. Everything is the same. The only difference is that it's 1 foot shorter. So right now I just have it on this very ultra cheap, like $10 IKEA table. But this is just temporarily just there for taller people like myself to play on this, and adults. And kids 10 and up can still play this very comfortably. But I will do a video where I'm actually going to build my own custom riser for this. I'm not going to spend that money because it's not that hard. Some wood and some patience and some good measurements, hammers and nails and some paint, and you got a good riser. So I will do that and post that in another video. But this is, I have this here right now just in my games room next to my Marvel virtual pinball machine from the same good guys at Arcade 1-Up, as you can see here. Yeah. So here you see all of the licensed games that we have, all 14. And here's the wireless setup, so I will show you that in another video. Right now I'm just going to say no. And here's where you can actually see all of your different games. Now, in order to see the online leaderboards, you would need to have that wireless internet connection set up, which I will show you again in a later video. But you would see all the activity here, all the leaderboards. But here are the games: Pac-Man, you have Pac-Mania, Super Pac-Man, Pac-Land, Pac-and-Pal, Pac-Man Plus, Galaga, Galaxian, Mappy, Dig Dug 2, I think that's Rompers, Rolling Thunder, and Galaga 88. So I like the fact that they put a couple shooters in there and some other games to complement the Pac-Man collection. And this is the classic Pac-Man collection. Unfortunately, there's no Miss Pac-Man. You have to get a separate cab for that to get the Miss Pac-Man. What will be interesting, I'm sure now that you have the wireless connection, if you can actually mod these and actually load other games on. In that case, if it can be modded, I'm sure you can get like the Miss Pac-Man series and all the, and pretty much get the entire Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man library on here. But that's a discussion for another video. So that, guys, is just an overview of the game setup when you turn it on, what you see, the menu. And what I'll do before I end on this initial review is just give you an overview of Pac-Man itself, just show you some gameplay. And stay tuned, because what I'll do in other videos after this is just show you gameplay of all the other games, and maybe sets of 3 or 4 games at a time. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this. Let me know what you think about this cab, and yeah, stay safe and keep gaming and stay safe, as they say. Okay, so let's now look at some sample gameplay here. Yeah, the controls are very responsive. Now I'm going to start by saying I am very rusty. Ah, so close. Alright, let's just finish this stage. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is Pac-Man. So I hope you enjoyed that last video. Now, if you liked this video and you liked it, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And if you subscribe to my channel, I'm appreciative of that as well. So thank you very much. So listen, there's going to be a lot more content coming out this year and beyond. I plan to be doing quite a few different types of reviews. And I'm also starting to do giveaways now, finally. So that being said, happy gaming and stay safe. Bye bye.